about games. Now, the first game we're going to start talking about is the next Elder Scrolls game, Elder Scrolls 6. It was only announced a couple of days ago, I believe. I saw it. Someone else posted on something about the Elder Scrolls. Now, well, what would you expect, to see? I would rather see not to be an online game, to be honest.
I'm hoping for the same thing. I'm hoping maybe, I'm hoping if something like Skyrim, but with
in a cave. Anyway, just out of this.
So people could join you on different missions, like something like Dead Island did.
Or what could happen, I think it's a bit like a GTA, where you're in an open world game, you can join online if you wish, or you can continue playing single player. That's what I would rather see. So like, if you wanted to explore the whole world with a friend, and not, 99 plus other players, or 98 plus other players, and people effing each other up, you know?
Or trolling each other.
Or that, yeah.
I never...
So say me and you could play it together or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see another online Elder Scrolls.
I played it on Xbox, I wasn't too...
There's two online Elder Scrolls that already came out, which was the Elder Scrolls Online itself, and then the DLC for it, which was Morrowind.
Oh, that's all the same thing. And the other one that's online?
I think that was it. I don't
think
there's another online, sorry.
But there is another DLC coming out for the online one.
Is it? Is that? I didn't know.
I think it's on pre-order.
Oh.
Obviously, I'm not going to get it because I'm not really a fan of the online
one.
one.
I wasn't. I played it for a bit. I was on the last mission of the story, but I never really liked it. Like, for me...
That's currently got that playing just in the background.
Yeah. I've never played the older ones, you know, the Elder Scrolls Arena, the other Elder Scrolls, whatever they're called, but I'm thinking maybe I
think my mum played on number 4, is it Oblivion?
I played Oblivion.
Yeah, that's the so you played that one then?
Yeah, sorry, I played Oblivion.
My mum said it was like, that one was broken, like, you get to a certain point in the game, you can't go any further.
Maybe.
So I think she said there was massive glitch with it.
Well, the same as with Skyrim, isn't it? There's loads of.
But you can complete the game. But number 4 apparently you couldn't complete.
But the thing is, with Skyrim, those glitches, some of them are game breaking, some of them are not. Most of them are funny. I've got this glitch once where.
Let's not talk about glitches. Let's just talk about what would you like to see in 6 itself.
Well, in 6, maybe some of the older characters, I don't know, what would you, maybe it could be like...
I would like to see them do another one with Dragonborn, where you can kill dragons. I don't know how the other ones were, but I did like it was the fact you could kill dragons, your Dragonborn. Obviously, with the DLC that came with Skyrim, you're going up against another Dragonborn, Mirak.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to see that again. Obviously not, but maybe in Morrowind.
I was gonna say that. I was actually gonna say that.
But do you know Soulstone, the DLC for this? That's in that Morrowind.
Is it? Oh, Soulstone.
When I was listening to it properly, they do mention, this is Morrowind. So you do take a boat trip to Morrowind. Only part of it, obviously.
Oh, okay.
But I would like to see it in Morrowind itself.
Yeah,
so I think
I'd like that.
I think online was just in Morrowind, wasn't there?
Maybe it could take place after the events of Skyrim, and maybe I reckon it should take place after the events of Skyrim, and the dragon, could come back, the one you kill,
Alduin,
and it could just have the missions and stuff like it did in Skyrim, but not obviously not the same missions.
I don't know.
But I reckon I don't think it should be a bigger map. I think Skyrim's big enough. Maybe it should have a smaller map, because there is no way.
Well, if you have a bigger map, more places to explore, it will take you longer like Skyrim, infinitely. You'll take hours and hours and hours, or even hundreds of thousands of hours to explore, and you would still not explore the whole place. I think I prefer something like that, because obviously I've completed the game about a few months ago, and I'm still playing the game. I don't find this game boring at all. I don't. Some people might. They say, I don't like this game. I got bored of this game because of this reason. And me personally, you know, I haven't got bored of it yet.
So what kind of so who would you like to see in the next Skyrim? Like, what races would you like?
Well, that would be a tough question, because obviously all these, apart from got the human race, Nord race, haven't you? And you got like other races that are made up. So probably I would like to see something like that again, but like different to what Skyrim has.
And what about the Daedric lords? Who would you like to see in the new Elder Scrolls? Maybe some of the weapons you get in Skyrim you could see in the new Elder Scrolls 6. Like you could probably like add one the book. What's that book called? I definitely want that in the Elder Scrolls, the next Elder Scrolls. I wouldn't miss the the ebony. What's that one called? The the massive ebony sword.
Ebony blade.
Ebony blade. Yes, I
And
wouldn't.
they got the ebony mail as well.
Yeah, but I would not miss the ebony blade because that's not that strong. So I wouldn't mind if that wasn't implemented in the next Elder Scrolls. But
I think I'd like to see a because that's that's a different artifact. I'd like to see probably 15 or even more different artifacts than what Skyrim has.
I probably wouldn't be really keen on if there were new artifacts, because what these big gaming companies tend to do with me is if they make a couple of good ones in one game, then the next game they tend to make new ones that just make then just make them shit. So what I'd reckon is if they keep the same Daedric lords, maybe give them different artifacts, because what I've noticed is what I've read a lot, each of them don't only have one artifact. Maybe the other ones that they own maybe could be implemented in Elder Scrolls 6. So for example, what's that Wobberjack, what's the Daedric Lord of that called? Shigarath, innit?
Oh yeah.
He's got more artifacts than just that. I can't remember the names of them, because I'm bad with names, but maybe instead of the Wobberjack you can have like some of his other artifacts in it. So that I reckon would be pretty cool. Oh yeah, look, I just remembered he's got something called Staff of Shigarath, and I also remembered that he's got something called the Fork of Horripilation. Maybe some of their other artifacts can make it into the other game, not like the same ones. So yeah, I reckon that could be better. Now, I think also they should add, like, the NPCs should have more things to say. Like, you get the guards that always repeat themselves half the time. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be an adventurer like you until I took
Out to the knee, yeah.
And then I found a song about that.
How the fuck you walking then?
Alright, in other gaming news, we're going to talk about The Last of Us Part 2, because I think we went on with that game for a bit too long now. Now, The Last of Us Part 2 supposedly takes place 5 years after the first game, I think. So I think she was like 14 and she's 19 now. I mean, don't think I want to see like the online thing for that. You know, like The Last of Us 1 had, because that wasn't...
That wasn't that good.
Nah.
Now, The Last of Us is actually made by my favourite gaming company, Naughty
You got Uncharted, and you got The Last of Us.
Where'd you come from?
Naughty Dog, the actual creators of the first 3 Crash games.
Yeah, but unfortunately they don't do that game anymore. They went on to move up to making games like what they do now. I would like to see the same sort of, I think, control layout. You know, like the way it was, like stealth, or you could just go in there guns blazing if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
And waste all your ammo.
I agree.
But you know, still good. Like sometimes you have no choice but to go in there and just punch the hell out of everyone, and if you die, you die.
It's all a bit of fun. Yeah. So, what about the story mode? What would you like to be able to do in the story missions?
What would I?
In Last of Us 2, part 2.
I knew I heard something.
With the first one, they had like what is it like a relationship between Ellie and Joel didn't start off as well, but then they just knew each other and started getting along, didn't they? Now they can't live without each other. But I would like some new characters. I'd like them, you know, to meet or something, a bit like what they did with the first one.
Maybe the older characters could come back as well, the ones that are not dead.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, the ones that are not dead. You got Tess. Now, this is a spoiler if you haven't played the first one already, just to put that out there. Now, Tess, you had what's the coloured kid? The coloured kid. I think Henry's son. I think you guys probably know if you've played the game. He died. Maybe Henry, I don't think he... No, he shot himself. No, he shot himself, that's right. But obviously, those people won't be able to come in the game.
So
I think not many people actually survive, to be honest. Because most of the people you come across, they'll just bloody die.
So, graphic-wise, what do you think?
Oh, yeah, the graphics are going to be dramatically improved.
Did
A lot
you like
better
the
than
graphics of the first
yeah,
one?
I love the graphics of the first one since PlayStation 3. But the only thing I don't really want to see is the multiplayer again. I think, you know, it's just not the multiplayer. I think we did like what 1 or 2 episodes of the multiplayer and that was it.
I think it was just one.
Was it just the one?
So, yeah. What about, for our actual channel, what kind of horror games would you like to do?
Horror games.
Talking about, you know, Last of Us 2, that's kind of like a horror survival, isn't it?
That's horror survival, yeah.
So, moving on.
Well, they were supposed to be remaking Resident Evil 2, which I want to do, and RE3 remasters.
But like something brand new, what would you like? Something that's never been heard of. If you had the chance to create one horror game to keep players on their feet, how would you make it? What would you do?
Definitely had.
If you was like a
what I would do with a game like that is don't put music in, because if you put like creepy music in, I know there's going to be a jump scare or something's going to happen. But if you don't add that music in and a jump scare happens, players aren't going to know there's going to be a jump scare. Because don't you think that half the time when there's music playing, there's going to be a jump scare? And there's a jump scare. Not all the time. Sometimes.
Many times it's like a false alarm. Many times the music goes like that and there's no jump scare. If it was me, I would do something along the lines of Layers of Fear. Because that game, even though it's on our channel, you can check it out. I'll leave the link in the description below. I think personally, that was a really good game. I remember our first episode, we literally shit ourselves going down to the basement. That was very interesting. All that stuff. They made the game very interesting, but every time you go to the door, you never know what's behind that door. It was always something different, always something interesting. You had to do all these little bits, and you find all these little items that would help you throughout the game. For example, there's this one area, and the whole room just literally melts. You'll see if you guys played and completed it, you know what I'm talking about. For those who didn't, spoiler alert. Even though it's nothing to do with the story, probably. Yeah, I'm not going to be talking about jump scares for that game, but
talking about horror games, what I'd like to see now. You know how Resident Evil 7 came out. not so long ago.
Yeah.
I would like to make another Resident Evil game with the characters that used to be in every single game. You know, you got Chris, you got Claire, you got with Jill, and all that. Not making. I've got one for you. Not you know, not the characters we had in number 7. I mean, I like number 7. Don't get me wrong. It's just if they kept the characters,
I reckon. I think there is going to be a Resident Evil 8.
They probably will, but I'm talking about with the next Resident Evil.
I think what they should do is personally keep the same layout as Resident Evil 7, with, you know, the first person thing.
Oh yeah, that was a new thing for Resident Evil.
Yeah, but that was awesome. I liked that. But they should do like, you know, they should keep the tapes and that. But I think like it should be with the characters we already know. Like, what was that character's name from 7? Was it Jack?
You got Jack.
He got his girlfriend. What was her name?
No, Jack's the enemy you come across. You talking about
Jack,
the character you use?
Yeah, Ethan. That's it. You had Jack. You had Ethan. You had characters you never heard of.
Yeah, that was what I'm saying. If they kept the ones with like between the
there
first
was a DLC that came out that added Chris in.
Yeah.
And you had like little Easter eggs that were from you know, were from the other games. Like, spoiler alert, at the end, if you beat the game, or just before you beat the final boss, you get the gun. Wesker's gun.
Well, every time you complete the game, because I did it a second time, I unlocked some more things. So I think every time you do it, and I think you up the difficulty level, you get better items. So when we did the first time on, was it normal? We got the Wesker's gun.
Yeah. So what was the second time? What did you get?
I can't remember. I think it was something to do with other characters. But I know I got.
Give me the book.
Another 2 items.
I will make sure he lives up to his part of the bargain.
So yeah, I think, would you say that's it, or is there anything else you'd talk about?
I think that would be all for. I mean, next week we're talking about Black Ops 4, what we'd like to see in that game, which we are super hyped for.
Yeah.
I mean, with that game, they are going to announce something in May, but we'll talk about it next week. I mean, is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
No, not really.
We talked enough about the next Elder Scrolls game.
Is there any other games? Oh yeah, maybe. What would you? Maybe I reckon they should actually remaster another Burnout game, because they remastered the Paradise, didn't they? And I reckon that went quite well, because you've got it for the channel. There's many other people that probably played it.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people probably played it on PlayStation 3 and
because it's a PS3 classic. I reckon they should do some of the PS2 ones. I reckon.
Alright guys, I think that will be all for this episode. Yeah. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Like this video if you really liked it. Comment on the video what you think, and I know what you can see, someone's being stabbed already. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you. When's the next video? Monday? Tuesday?
Tuesday, but that's going to be another different type of video.
Yeah, it's going to be Sam's
a live
video.
stream. Then Monday's going to be Sam's video. Oh, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, yeah.
I thought he was going to come over because you're going to Ipswich Monday.
What about Monday? He's coming over to do Skyrim, isn't he? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Alright guys, thanks for watching, we'll see you in the next video. Peace.